YouTube faithful, what's going on? It is Taco Tuesday, or Chalko Tuesday if you will. Yesterday's video, 33 minutes. Today's video is going to be 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to give you all the information you need, go over a few picks that I think are hitting. I think they're good. Either way, I'll give you the good, bad, the ugly, the pros, the cons, the usage rates, the fantasy points per minute, and more. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, sit back, grab a snack, let's cook, and smash that like button like mama taught you right. And don't forget to subscribe and maybe leave your boy a comment. Yesterday, it was brutal, okay? Nasreed cashed, Gidler cashed. I mean, there was a bunch of cashes actually, but the problem is Collier didn't cash, and then Sabonis blew them out of the gym, so he had 10 minutes or 10 rebounds in 27 minutes. That was the end. Nothing you can do about that. And then of course the Tumani Kamara stat correct. He was green on fantasy score, 2.5 blocks and steals, and then PrizePicks after the fact said, they took it away. It is what it is. Yesterday wasn't a great day for me. It probably wasn't a great day for you either. Just didn't have them paired up right. The pick list that I gave out in the Dub Club, I think it went like, I had like 8 picks and I believe it went 5 of 8. So 3 wrong. DeRozan, Sabonis, and Joker's first half PRA. That's who it was. I couldn't remember. He cashed his full game PRA discount on parlay play, but he chalked the first half. And so for that, I went out of 8. I got 5 right and 3 wrong. DeRozan and Sabonis, if they play the fourth quarter, they soar over. So realistically, should have been a gentleman's sweep. It is what it is, guys. All I can do is tell you to use bankroll management because that's literally how this ball game works. You're never gonna get it all right. So without further ado, let's talk about today. Chalko Tuesday. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get a sweep. But guys, let's just keep it a buck. Go ahead and prepare for getting 2 of 3. Okay, the Tatum one's already gone. We got the hockey taco right. Chia. And I am gonna take it. Where is it at? Goalie saves. Bang. Montemblanc. Woo. I'm not a hockey guy. I don't pretend to be, but I'm taking this taco. I'll ask negative about it, the dude in the core that helps me with the fantasy sheets, and see what he has to say. He's a hockey guy. He'll probably say take it. I'm taking it regardless. Now let's cook. Everybody, and crush means everybody, is going to be on Luka over 48.5 PRA. Playing Dallas. He just got 49 versus Denver. Here's the thing. Does he put on a show? Does he cook? Does he crush, if you will? How do you like me now, baby? Look at the bobblehead, buddy. This thing's hitting. Is it hitting? Let me know. But is he gonna crush it? I don't know. Everybody's gonna be on it. Personally, I'm fading it. Okay, I'll have it in maybe 1 or 2 because, I mean, the narrative is just, I love a good narrative, man, and I'm not gonna get off of it. Pause. Nope, we're talking about Luka and Ball. We're good here. So we will do what we do best and pray that he hits. Now, what can we pair this with? Well, you got options, man. If you want to go for 2x and be conservative, LeBron James at 18.5 points is just disrespectful. Now look at this. 17 of his last 20 he's gone over 18.5. We know the matchup is going to be good, but the last time we did this, which was 212, which also happened to be Taco Tuesday, he got 18. We know his floor is 18, and PrizePicks has priced it correctly at 18.5. And as I'm talking about this, they removed it. Now it's 19.5 for 2x. I knew they were going to do that. It is what it is. But like I said, his floor is 18.5. I still think you can take the 19.5. Obviously, the 18.5 was optimal. I got it in earlier. The video today is a little bit later than normal because I had a lot of stuff that I had to take care of with my model this morning to get it working correctly. It is what it is. But I do believe that's fine. You could take that. If you're looking at other goblins that you would want to take, you could just use the taco method and go to Tatum. If he cashes one, he cashes both. Well, not in this case because his goblin's 19.5, but you get the message. I mean, you could go there, but my favorite one would probably be Bradley Beal. Here's the thing. He's due massive regression, but 14.5 points. Let me talk to you. 30, 25, 19, 25, 25. He's just been playing like the old Bradley Beal. I don't know what happened to him, but he's absolutely cooking, and I'm going to keep riding this train till I'm forced off. I took him over 18.5. I took his goblin at 14.5, and I definitely took his fantasy skew down here at 31.5. Where is it at? I think it's 31.5. Where is it? Okay, yeah, there it is. So now, I will say this, chat, he's due regression. 36-40, 35, 36-44. Most of Bradley Beal's equity comes from his ability to score points. So you could take his fantasy score, or you could just take his points. I feel like that's the optimal path. I am kind of worried that they haven't moved this line all day. Doesn't make sense that it's 18.5. It is a buy high spot, which I don't recommend. Usually we buy low, sell high, but it is what it is. I'm not getting off Bradley Beal in this spot. Now, if we price shop him real quick, you can see he's minus 130 basically minus 110, minus 120, minus 125. It's going to be sweaty. It always is when you take a guy that's been like this. He's just been cashing and crushing. His PRA, he's just been dominating. But don't think for one solitary second that it's a lock and that he's just, oh, he's going to hit it no matter what, because I promise you it's going to be sweaty. Now let's take a look at his fantasy point per minute real quick. Okay, Bradley Beal, 32 minutes and 40 games. 22% usage rate, 0.92 fantasy points per minute. So you'd want to take 0.92, multiply it times 32, okay? Which I will do right here for you folks. 0.92 times 32, bang, you get 29.44. But remember, that's calculating for all 40 games. His true fantasy point per minute is probably almost over 1 right now because of what he's been doing as of late. Like I said, it's going to be sweaty. You can go with the points, or you could go with that. If you take the time to look at his Outlier stats, okay, the last 20 he's gone over 14.5, only 12 of 20. Head to head, he hasn't got there at all, and this was just on December 31st. But look at the matchup. Versus shooting guards, they're ranked 12th. Versus point guards, 3rd. Overall, though, they're ranked 23rd. So it's not a good matchup, but he's exceeded 18.5 points in 5 straight games on the road. That's important, guys. You can see here he only had 5 field goal attempts. I can't exactly remember what happened. I don't really care, but obviously something was up. Look at the last 5. You last 5 Kings are dancing in the rain. The last 10, it looks crispy, okay? Like I said, though, the Goblin at 14.5 is the optimal pair, in my opinion. So let's move on. The next guy that I want to talk about is Zion. We just saw this matchup, and he literally hooked basically his points. He had 22. They blew him out. He didn't get a lot of minutes, and I'm going right back to him, man. Zion just has way too much equity for me to ignore. I got his fantasy score earlier at 42. It's now 44, which is absolutely insane that they did a 2-point bump job on it. PrizePicks, you're getting way too sharp over here. You gotta stop with this nonsense. If you don't want to eat that bump, maybe you could just go right over here to 1.5 steals, okay? And he probably is going to get that. Or you could just take his points again at 24.5. Remember, we just paid 25.5. He didn't get a lot of minutes. I believe he didn't shoot that great either. He wasn't very aggressive. Or you could just take his rebounds, okay? Right there, it's 7. It's up to you. You get the push equity. Let me show you the fantasy sheet. Man, I loved him at 42. I can't believe they bumped him up 44. That's crazy. You could probably get him on underdog at 42. In 20 games, the guy never plays. 28 minutes average, and his usage rate, look at this. Usage rate is how many times he's grabbing that rock. How many times it's in his hands? 35% of the time, buddy. It's in his hands. Okay, his last 3, 48, 44, 59, and he's averaging 44 fantasy points, 1.6 fantasy points per minute, guys. He only plays 28 minutes. If he ever plays 35 minutes, good night. He's gonna soar. So you just have to ask yourself as a person that's gonna be gambling and playing fantasy sports tonight, do you want to play a guy who's gonna be limited on minutes, or do you want to take a less of a gamble? That's up to you. 1.6 times, let's just say he plays 29 minutes. We'll be conservative as a mug. He's at 46, okay? 46, he still clears. In 29 minutes, he would get 46. That is why I think his fantasy score is okay, but again, you are eating a 2-point bump, and those bumps are vicious. Don't believe me? Look at Nas Reed yesterday. We cashed his fantasy score at 37.5. The ones that took it at 40, they ate chalk. Those bumps are important, guys. It's dealer's choice with Zion, his points, his rebounds, his fantasy score, or even his goblin points. Where's his goblin? Is 19.5 point goblin? Oh yeah, that could be fine too. But he gets blocks and steals, and I believe that is where most of his equity lies. His first half, what is it? 22.5? Yeah, he's been cashing it. I mean, I wouldn't go with either of these, but if you want to take a shot and think that he gets 2 blocks and steals in the first half, that's 6 fantasy score right there. Again, he ain't playing big minutes, but that's for you to decide. Okay, so we talked about Beal, we talked about Zion. Let's talk about Memphis. Okay, you're gonna have to make some choices here. Now you can run 1v1 skinny stacks with Beal here. Now what do you want to pair with Beal? You got a couple of options. You could go with Santi Aldama. You could just take his points. You could take his points assists, or maybe you could go down to his fantasy score, which he has been a what, chat? Wagon, absolutely. Block and steal equity, rebound equity. He shoots threes. He drains them sometimes. I mean, it could be a fantasy score night, guys. It could just be that easy. We're waiting for my projections. The fantasy sheet negatives working on it. It'll be dropping in the cord shortly. But for now, you can see in 49 games, he's averaged averaged 24, let's just call it 25 minutes, 19% usage rate, nothing sexy, but check this out. 1.12 fantasy points per minute. That's crispy. So let's go do some math. 1.12 times 25. I don't even need the calculator, but I'll do it for the visually impaired. 1.12 times 25. Get ready to bang, chat. Bang! 28 on average, which means he's clearing. Now, if this game stays close, we're in the mix. So you got Beal, you got Zion options, you got Aldama, you dealer's choice, points, assist. I think I got him projected for roughly 12. And then if you don't want to deal with the role player, you go right over here to Desmond Bane and you find the wagon, his rebounds, his assists at 10.5. I think it just might be hitting. And the Gabi, woo, Gabi time, Ric Flair style. I think it's hitting. 13, 9, 12, 10, 12. The man has a range of outcomes like no other when it comes to RA. But look at this. That hook is going to come into play. I'm telling you, we could just maybe have to take the Gabi 2.25x. I think that's hitting. Okay. I really do think the Goblin is optimal here because it's more likely he's going to land on 10 than 11 and you still get 2.25x. So I think that's fine. But again, you could do Bane, Aldama, or you could just go with Morant. Say you want just the studs from that matchup. You just go with Morant at 22.5 points. You could just take Morant's points or his fantasy score. And then you could just take Durant or Booker and say, I'm not interested in the Beals of the world, the Banes, the shooting guards. I'm just going to take the studs and I wouldn't begrudge you a bit. Okay. If you want a safe conservative option, I believe your guy today is LeBron James Goblin. The only fear is it's going to be popular and they could definitely blow them out of the gym. Heck, you could even take Jaren Jackson Jr. Where is he at? What's his PRA at? 29.5? Yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr. Look, he's due. He hasn't hit. I mean, that people are going to say, oh, in quotes, he's due, like the Timmies of the world, but it is what it is, guys. Those are the three that I would go. And then if you want to run back for your Zion, which by the way, let's go back to Zion. Remember, his points, his fantasy score was at 42. It may move back down, so maybe wait on it. You can probably get it at Underdog or Parlay Play cheaper. Use code CRUSH. Or you could just take his RA or his rebounds. We know that he has equity there. Oh my goodness, this Goblin at 9.5, you know that's going to be good, guys. It's going to be in play. And then if you want run backs on the other side, you just have to pray they don't get blown out. It's D Fox. He just sold us the other day when we had his fantasy score. Now we get a discount. I believe he's at 41. Is he at 41? Yeah, he's at 41.5. I would go right back to him. He shot absolutely terrible the other night. Plus they got blown out. I have no problem going right back to the well with D Fox. This will probably be the last one and I'll wrap it up. Like I said, short and quick video. We'll make a lineup and get out of here. D Fox, 8 games. Remember, we're talking about his new team. 35 minutes, 26% usage rate, 1.23 fantasy points per minute, okay? 35 minutes, 1.26. Those are big numbers. 36 times 1.26 equals 45. So you see we're getting a 3-point or a 4-point differential. Now, guys, this is math and these are the analytics. You can have the best reads in the world and the best everything and still lose money, okay? It happened yesterday. That's just the nature of the beast. Like I always tell you guys. So Sabonis rebounds yesterday was a slam dunk. We had him and Nurkic, and Sabonis had 10. He should have covered. He didn't play the fourth quarter. Those things are out of your control. All I can say to y'all is keep making the right plays day after day, and eventually it'll all click and you'll get rewarded for your troubles. The micro edges are huge. They add up into one big edge. You're not going to win every night. You're not even going to win every week. It doesn't matter how good you are. But to wrap this up, the last person I'm going to talk about is the Zinger. But before I do that, I want to plug the live stream today, which I have Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. Yesterday we had like 200 members. I had a ton of surgical live callouts. It happens every single stream. It's the gold package for $24.99. CaptainCrush.net. Dub Club hosts it. It links to my Discord. You get access. Now, I still have that promo for new members. This is the last day. It gets you in for $10 for your first month for new members to celebrate my 20K subs. The promo code is CELEBRATE. Bang! $10 first month. Can't beat it with a stick. You get my projection sheets that look like this, except they're color coordinated with an actual fantasy score projection attached to it. You'll get my lineup slips, my daily prop lists, and access to the live streaming community via the Discord, guys. So get in the mix because this is gone after today, okay? I'm not joking about this. It's gone after today, so get in the mix. Now let's go back to the Zinger, and this play isn't anything analytical, nothing like that. It's just a freaking wagon, dude. And we want to talk about wagon. When a wagon chalks like Jokic's first half PRA yesterday, you can't get upset. It happens. It's gonna happen. They're wagons. It's first half. It's so totally volatile, but it is what it is. The Zingers first half, I always have shares of it. I always have some exposure to it. I never ever would begrudge somebody a bit for taking the Zing Zong. Now his first quarter is a little high, but so I'd probably just stick to this. Hopefully he clears his fantasy because he has that block and steal upside and his 10 points. But honestly, his full game, it ain't that bad, Chief. Porzingis, is it still at 28.5? Where is it? No, it's at 29.5. But honestly, I don't think it's that bad, honestly. But I would just stick with the first half because that's the type of thing I am. And then maybe his 3-point goblin down here at 1.5, but you'd probably just be better off taking his points goblin. Where is 14.5? Yeah. I don't see a lot of scenarios where he doesn't get 15 points. Now, when I say that, it doesn't mean that he's getting 15. I'm just saying there's not a lot of scenarios where he doesn't. Okay, so you could take that with a goblin too if you'd like. With the taco, I mean. Now, let's build a lineup and get out of here. All right, the first leg obviously would be the taco. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is take it. I would do this in a 2-man, which I already did. I got it at, oh, there it is. It's back at 18.5. Let's go. That right there is your 2x. And if LeBron doesn't get 19 points, you lick your wounds and move on. I showed you the stats, 18 of 20. We know his floor is 18. It is what it is, Papa, okay? So that's your 2-man for 2x with the tacos. Or you can use the taco method. You take Tatum's goblin and go from there. LeBron or Luka might be a taco tonight themselves. So, okay? So that would be something you could do right there. You could go with Beal's goblin. It's 2x also. I feel like LeBron would be a better candidate. The only thing again with Beal, I don't love how popular he is, but you could go with this or his fantasy score. Okay, same thing with Zion. Okay, I would just go with his points because I don't want to give you guys the bump. Honestly, parlay play and underdog probably has it cheaper. Fox's fantasy score. Where you at, Foxy? Fox, where you at, buddy? Where's that fantasy skill? We need it like air. He's better come through. He owes us coin. He better come through. All right, so we got Fox. We got Zion, Beal. You know what, too, real quick, chat? What I was thinking of? You could do this number right here. You want to see a wagon? Let me cook. Right here, Pop. This is a wagon. 50. Look at this. 20, 17, 19, 24, 19. Even bigger wagon. The PRA, 20, 18, 18, 22, 12. The points, 9.5. I mean, this, you could honestly just, if you're afraid of the blowout, you just go with the first half on Beal. I'll have shares of that too. That's where I'll put my zinger. So now you have options. So you got Zion and Fox 1v1. You got the hockey taco and then Beal. What are we going to do? Run it back with someone from Memphis. I gave you the options. You go with Baines RA at 9.5. Where is it? The Goblin. Now what do we got here? What does this pay? 7x for 5. And if you powered it, 15. This actually isn't bad. 7x and almost 2x. I honestly think that's fine. Or you could do Aldama's fantasy score. Old Santa Claus. Where is it at? 25. Now, another thing too, guys, a little trick of the trade when I'm deciding about fantasy scores, I go and look at their block and steals and see what their props are. And if it's like 1.5 or something like that, I honestly consider, okay, well, that's at least 3 to 6 points that he's going to be in the mix for, because that's usually how it is. That usually helps me. So you could go with Santi, or you could go with Bane, or you could just go with this right here and leave it alone and play a naked Beal. Pause again. No, we're talking about ball. You could do that. And then, guys, it ain't lost on me about Luka. I have no take on that. I'm not covering that because I don't have a take on it. I will say RJ Barrett, before I leave here, RJ Barrett needs to be on your radar. Okay, I posted stuff about him in the cord. RJ Barrett, the only reason I'm not targeting any of the Golden State Warriors is because I'm completely sick of the Hornets just getting blown out of the gym okay? Look at last night and the night before that. I'm just over it. If you want to risk that, God bless you. I'm just not dealing with it, okay? I'm trying to stick to games that are going to be competitive. So that's all I have to say, guys. That's it. If you don't want to take that bottom goblin, you could just take LeBron. What does that pay? 6x. Better with Bane, obviously, or you could just leave the 4. Or you could just do this number right here. Scratch, and just go with Fox and hope that he gets it done. He owes us coin. Folks, quick video. Appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget, sign up with any of my partners. Links are in the description. Code CRUSH. You get the deposit match, the free square, 30 days of the captain's cord, and my cord right now is on discount. Promo code CELEBRATE. $10 for a full month of content. That's literally a giving it away price. 33 cents a day, I think it is. Something crazy, guys. You can find that in your couch. Let's keep it a buck. Live stream at 5:30 Central. I hope to see you in the mix. Here is the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush Chalko or Taco Tuesday.